Hey everyone, welcome to Demon Slayer Explained Badly Part 6. I promised Part 6 if Part 5 did well, and I'm pretty sure it's my fastest growing video ever, so it did kinda well. But this time, I'm doing something different. Once this video hits 50 likes, yes, I am gaming the YouTube algorithm, I will start working on Part 7. With that marketing scheme out of the way, let's get into the video. 50 likes for Part 7. Last time, Tangerine had seen Orange Boy showing affection to a woman. Tangerine freaks out and pulls Orange Boy away from his girlfriend and lectures him on doing something so disgraceful as hugging someone in front of his poor, now deeply scarred Sparrow. Tangerine proceeds to steal Orange Boy's girlfriend because he is a major Chad that could steal anyone's girlfriend. Then he proves his Chadliness by immediately dumping her and sending her home. But then she goes into a rage, attacking Orange Boy. Tangerine has to hold her back and then learns that she actually already has a fiancé. In the soap opera-like turn of events, the girl's guilt got to her in the end, with both Tangerine and Orange Boy feeling betrayed. Even though Tangerine never wanted her in the first place, he learned a very valuable lesson to never trust anyone, especially if you had just met or have never talked to them before. So Tangerine and Orange Boy instantly become best friends and start traveling together. Tangerine finds Orange Boy to be a pleasant and reasonable companion, who he finds relatability in, considering the similarity of their respective fruit. What even am I writing? Maybe I'm high. The Sparrow directs them to run off to find the next demon to slay, and Orange Boy only has a minor fear of fighting, but he stays with Tangerine like a champ. They find some kids near a house as they venture in the direction the Sparrow sent them, and Tangerine uses the usual stalker tactics to get the kids comfortable with him. They tell him they followed a monster who stole their brother and took him into the house, and Tangerine comforts them and assures them that they are safe and he will rescue their brother and make everything okay. Then a bloody body gets thrown out of the house from the second floor. Tangerine gets to be with the man long enough to see him die and empathize with him. But it's not the kid's brother, so Tangerine boldly goes into the house, leaving Snoozako behind, hoping for once he can take all the credit for a demon kill. Orange Boy courageously backs him up. The kids follow them in, because like most children on TV, they are complete idiots. And then Orange Boy accidentally bumps Tangerine and the girl into another room. This is when Tangerine realizes his biggest mistake. He entered into a crack house. With the fumes of the intoxicants affecting Tangerine's low resistance, everything spins around him as it changes into different rooms over and over again. Tangerine is able to get through the first bout of hallucinations and flirts with the little girl for a bit, hoping to enjoy breaking the heart of another woman who will desperately fall for him. But then he sees the owner of the crack house, an attractive young man with an inclination for music. Meanwhile, Orange Boy and the other kid forgot how to leave, so they calmly and methodically check all the doors for the way out when they accidentally let out a boar from one of the rooms. I'm sure that's not gonna cause any problems. After that, Tangerine sees the owner of the house complaining about trespassers that entered his house. Never wanting to be wrong, Tangerine decides personal property is evil and declares he is going to kill the homeowner. But before he does, the animal that Orange Boy let out while sleuthing charges into the room, pulls out his swords, and faces off against the homeowner. How is this boar able to wield swords and talk? For that answer, we'll have to see what happens in Episode 12. As the boar tries to attack, the homeowner hits a drum attached to his chest, and the reverberations throughout the crack house cause everyone to feel like the room is spinning. Tangerine is worried about the young girl, who is getting exposed to this at such an unhealthily young age. Dang, unhealthily is a word, let's go! She is at a similar age to when Tangerine discovered the vices of PG-13 movies and crack cocaine. The boar jumps off Tangerine's arm and launches himself at the demon. Then, epic music starts as Tangerine trudges his way through a blizzard in the woods. Then the camera focuses in on his sword as he instantly changed into a Demon Slayer uniform and teleported into a grassy plain. Oh, wait a minute. The room spins around with each hit of the drum, so the boar couldn't get an attack in. He lands and steps on the little girl like a Chad. So Tangerine, still wanting to break her heart, rescues her from the deranged animal. The boar turns to attack Tangerine. The homeowner uses a different drum which scratches up the floor, spreading allergens across the room, and the rooms change again, causing the boar to disappear. Tangerine wanders around with the little girl until he finds a boy with a drum who sees them. Then scene change. Orange Boy is leading the kid around and warns him about being too loud because a demon might find them when a demon finds them. Focused on protecting the child, Orange Boy makes a tactical retreat as the large-tongued demon chases after them. But when he finds himself in a room with no escape, he uses an advanced tactic to pretend to fall asleep to lower the demon's guard. Then, when the demon wasn't expecting it, Orange Boy quickly stands up and finishes off the demon, heroically saving saving the kid. He then apologizes to the kid for scaring him and leads him out of the house. The homeowner has a flashback about being late on a payment for his house, and the bank manager looks ticked. Back to Tangerine, they find a boy that was the kid's brother, and he tells them he got a drum from the homeowner when the demons attacked him. The boy said whenever he hit it, it changed the rooms around. Completely ignoring the boy's stories about the demons, Tangerine's resolve to kill the homeowner grows stronger for allowing children into such a dangerous household. He charges out to meet his enemy, as he just happens to be walking by. Tangerine complains about the side effects of being around so many illegal drugs once again, while the homeowner plays his music on the drums. With the spinning room, the dust from the ground getting slashed again and again, flashbacks to his earlier years in the bad parts of the city, and not knowing what is a hallucination and what is real, Tangerine fights through all of it and steadies himself to kill the property owner, who represents all that is evil in the world to Tangerine, the most moral and respectable hero of all. Episode 13. The homeowner continues to play his music in front of the home invader. The strange boy flopped from the walls to the ceiling and seemed to be some kind of druggie. Hopeful that this child isn't a threat to him like the demons that had invaded, he flashes back to his sad life when his dad told him his writing sucked, starting his career in selling illegal drugs to kids because he had no other options. He thought that maybe he deserved this death now, a failure of art and a man who ruined so many people's lives. But he knew he couldn't give up. With his home defense system in the floor causing the slashes, and the music, he was sure he could survive this encounter. He played with all of his emotions, hoping to move the heart of the chaotic boy in front of him, and make him leave peacefully as the dust from the floor was already causing him to be loopy. Tangerine struggles with the aggressiveness of the emotional attack for a few minutes, but he gets his footing and is able to vibe with the music, which steadies him enough to cut down the homeowner. Tangerine takes a moment to compliment the homeowner on his skill with music, but ultimately couldn't forgive him for agreeing with the concept of personal property by owning a house. He was also slightly bothered by the fact he sold illegal drugs to kids, but he didn't mention it because, to him, it was only a minor offense. Tangerine then gets some of his blood, considering that he is probably also a decently high-level druggie that Dr. Druggie could use in her research. He realizes the potency of being in this house as he gives the sample to a cat and watches it disappear. Tangerine gathers up all the children and heads for the exit to get some fresh air. Leaving the house, he is greeted with the sight of Orange Boy protecting Tangerine's box from the boar. Orange Boy gives a backstory of being good at hearing and explains how he protected the box because of his love and dedication to his best friend Tangerine. We also learn, from Orange Boy's expert deductive reasoning, that the boar is actually a guy who just wears a boar skin. He is Boar Guy. Tangerine watches Orange Boy get the crap beat out of him for a solid minute, relishing in the suffering of others, before deciding to act to stop Boar Guy from killing his sister. Finally, having basic human emotion pierce his cold, empty, and abused heart, Tangerine gets mad at Boar Guy for hurting his super cool friend and trying to kill his only living sister. He charges, bare-fisted, to defeat this monstrous abomination of half boar, half guy. Cliffhanger. Thank you so much for watching, and all the way to the end. Dang, you're crazy. 50 likes for the next part, and if you want to help me out and watch more of this stuff as it comes out, please subscribe. I haven't posted in a little while because of some personal stuff that happened that made it hard to work, and then I got sick. It took a while to get the motivation to get back to this video, which I started a while ago, but I finally finished it. I hope you enjoyed it. That's all for me. Check out the other parts if you haven't already. Like the video and ring the bell so you know exactly when the next part is coming out. Thanks for all the support on Demon Slayer Explained Badly 5 and all the previous ones. Ja meow!